Thank you for watching. If you feel so inclined, please subscribe. Today we'll be tying a Hydropsychidae, which is also known as a net spinning caddis. Create a thread base using 2 bobbins. I prefer to use Simperfly NanoSilk 30 denier. This is lead foil tape. You can spread it throughout the shank, or I prefer to put it just at the center to create a taper. Now secure an aftershaft feather. This particular one is from a grouse. The aftershaft feather is basically the secondary feather found on most birds. Cut the stem, and we are creating the anal hooks. The Hydropsychidae are a family level taxon consisting of net spinning caddisflies. Secure in place 3 ostrich plumes. I use ostrich marabou because the barbs are shorter. Hydropsychids are common among much of the world's streams. The larvae of hydropsychids construct nets at the open ends of their dwellings, which are responsible for their net spinning caddisfly common name. Secure in place a 2 millimeter strip of fulling mill nymph wrap. Try to even your base out. Using spiral wraps, move the nymph wrap forward, creating 9 abdominal segments, 3 thoracic segments, and tie it off. Hydropsychid larvae are unique from most Trichoptera due to their fully sclerotized dorsum. This feature, combined with branch gills running along the ventral surface of their abdomens, differentiate the hydropsychids from all other trichopterans. Whip finish. If the fibers are too long, you can strip the aftershaft barbs to make them shorter. Now we're going to create the gills. Palmer your thread forward using the back edge of each segment. Again, the gills will be through the first 9 segments of the abdomen. Secure in place, cut the excess. Now use a dubbing brush gently to brush out the fibers. Due to the hydropsychid's presence in a wide range of freshwater environments worldwide and their very specific standards of living, hydropsychids are favored as an indicator species. Some genera, sensitive to certain contaminants or pollutants, suffer declines in growth and or survival, while others thrive in their absence. Now we're creating the rear legs using golden pheasant tail fibers. These fibers are stripped from the stem of the center tail. Trimmed to desired length. The rear legs are typically longer than the other 2 sets. Trim the excess. Now onto the center pair of legs using golden pheasant tail barbs. Trim the excess. Now on to the forward pair of legs. Again using golden pheasant center tail barbs. As you can see, I'm trying to create legs that go from longest to shortest, from back to front. Move your thread to the head. Whip finish. And remove the bobbin. Cut the excess. And as you can see, we have 9 abdominal segments where the gills are on the ventral side of the abdomen. We have 3 thoracic segments, and now I'm marking the head with a brown marker. Take some thick UV resin. I like Flex and prefer the Solaris Flex resin. And as you can see, it's a nice oval head. Cure. Take that same brown marker and create the 3 plates of the thorax. These are distinctive to the Hydropsychidae caddis. Now take an ultra-thin flex resin. I prefer the Solaris. Cure. Use the same ultra-thin flex resin and coat the abdomen. This is to give it a sheen and also added durability. Cure. And now for the final touches. You don't have to do this step, but my OCD kicked in. The additional resin also helps lock in the color. Most permanent markers fade after time. This also rounds out the segments and gives it a more 3D effect. Again, not a necessary step.